Yo, what is up everybody? It is your boy Skywalker OG coming at you with another Rise of Kingdoms video. Today we are going to be discussing the top tier garrison commanders for the Realm of Bestat in Osiris League Season 4. And obviously guys, we have a very small commander pool, so let's get into it. Let's show the commander pool that we do have. It will be in the rules and then under the commander tab of the rules. For Garrison, we're going to be having Wu Zetian, Saladin, Constantine is there, Charles, Richard, YSG. YSG is not a very strong garrison. He is very squishy, but he is a garrison commander that is a usable thing for this realm, so we will be talking about YSG. Now let's go ahead and jump back to the commanders on the actual commander tab so we can check out their skills. And we are obviously going to start off with Wu Zetian because Wu is going to be the strongest garrison commander. I'm going to have to change my gear. Obviously it's not on my Wu right now, so I'm gonna have to switch up some gear there and make sure that we're prepared for our Osiris League match this weekend. But however, let's go ahead and talk about Wu. Wu has a nice healing factor of 500, is a constant heal because she is a skill heavy garrison. She will be popping off skills quite heavily and quite often, so that healing factor is a very constant heal. Her direct damage factor is a 1k damage hit. It is very nice for a garrison commander. She has a damage bonus of 10%. Her damage to rallied armies is also an extra bonus of 10%. She has a very nice silence. Her defense bonus goes to a 10%. Her truth health goes up to a 10%. So whenever let's go ahead and read her third skill real quick because we really want to talk about the silence. Troops led by this commander gain a 10% increased defense and health and have a 10% chance when attacked to silence the attacking enemy for 2 seconds. So this means if she is swarmed, she has a good chance to pop off a silence that's going to have the enemy basically disabled for 2 seconds. They're not going to be able to do any damage to you for a good 2 seconds. And of course, we're going to be doing damage to them from the counterattack or from the AoE or from the skill damage of the garrison from Wu Zetian. That is a very good skill to have in the Ark of Osiris or any match where you are going to get swarmed down. Wu is going to be a very big key factor into this Ark of Osiris match. Give me 1 second. Anyways, for this Ark of Osiris match, she's definitely going to be one of the most seen garrison commanders. Wu Richard is a very good tanky march. Richard brings a lot of healing and an enormous 30% enhanced healing buff. Where is it at? Where you at? There, here we go. And an amazing 30% enhanced healing effect buff, which will help your Wu Zetian obviously. And Richard has his own heals. Richard also has a damage reduction factor of 30%. Richard also has a counterattack damage bonus. Richard also has a damage taken reduced bonus. Wu and Richard is going to be one of the best garrisons you are going to see in this Osiris League realm by far. It's going to be hard to swarm it down. It's going to be hard to rally it down. It is going to be a very strong march. Obviously, you are going to want to try to keep infantry inside of this garrison as much as possible. But again, the best thing with Wu is she is not one troop type specific. Obviously, with Richard, she's going to do better with infantry. But if you have to do it as a last resort, you can dump any type of troop into the Wu garrison and do fine and be able to survive a swarm or a rally or what have you for the time being to be able to get other troops down the field. That is the best benefit that Wu brings with you. Wu also can work with not Charles. She can work with Charles, but Wu also can work with Saladin. Saladin, again, he has a nice damage bonus, which is going to work well with Wu's skill. He has a skill damage taken reduction, counterattack damage taken reduction, which is going to help against swarms, which is going to help against the rallies. It's a very good Wu Saladin is a very good garrison for this realm as well. Probably the second best. I still think Wu Richard's going to be the best, but Wu Saladin is definitely nothing to scoff at. They are going to be very amazing because of the fact that almost every single garrison or rally in this realm is going to bring a lot of skill damage, and Saladin has a lot in his kit to help assist with that skill damage, especially with Wu and her skill damage reductions as well. Like I said, Wu can work with Charles because Charles obviously has the damage bonus. He has a good damage factor. He has a decent counterattack damage. He also has decent infantry stats for defense. And what else is it? Attack? No, increased health. It's defense and his health. He gives the 30% counterattack damage bonus. We already know that, which is going to help with the swarm. So again, Wu will be one of the most seen primary garrison commanders. Yeah, I mean, Wu is going to be the top tier garrison in this realm. Second tier, I believe, is going to be Saladin. Saladin YSG, really, it's not, there's not anything else you would want to bring with Saladin except for YSG, but Saladin YSG is going to be something hard to deal with. The only downside to it is it doesn't bring much healing, so you will have to have a good field presence, or at least a good group of players that are smart enough to send fast cavs to reinforce the structure a lot faster and keep it full. And if you're able to keep it full and keep feeding it troops, Saladin YSG will be very strong for this realm. And like I said, because of the fact that there is going to be a lot of skill damage in all of the rallies going down and going out in this realm. Charles, you can go Charles Richard. It's not going to do a lot of damage, but it will stay out for quite a bit of time unless they hit it with an Alex or an Eddie Tommy. Saladin YSG will do very well against Charles Richard, but it will take quite a bit of time to take down that garrison. So it's all about time management, really, whenever you're doing the garrison in an arc match, because you just want to get your troops down the field to be able to assist and hold that garrison as long as you possibly can. If you can hold it long enough to get more troops into it, you will obviously be able to clear the field eventually and be able to completely swarm down the rally and keep occupation of your structures. It's all about just holding as long as you can and holding out. So like I said, Charles Richard will do pretty well, but it's not going to be in that top tier with a Wu Richard or a Saladin YSG, in my opinion. I do want to say that Richard YSG is a decent garrison, but I personally think that Richard and Constantine is going to be a hidden gem for this realm because of the fact that they have an amazing amount of healings. They have a good decent bit of attack reduction. They have a good decent bit of health and defense bonus with the two going together. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about Richard and Constantine together, because I think they are going to be nuts for this realm. Watch out for this pair. I'm going to do some testings, and I'm going to hope that I can get our team to actually use this, because I think, if I'm right, I'm going to test it first, but I personally think that this is going to be very strong. I've used it before and it worked for us in Osiris League, but again, the gear makes a big huge difference in matches now. But I can only imagine if I had more tanky gear on my Richard, it would have done even better. But let's get into it. Okay, you have a healing factor of 1400. You have a damage reduction of 30%. That's an insane amount of damage reduction. You have a damage taken reduced by another 15%. You have a counterattack damage bonus of 10%, which is going to help with the swarm. You have an infantry attack bonus of 15%, infantry defense bonus of 15%, and then you have the healing in effect enhancement of 30%. Okay, that is an insane amount of healing just from Richard himself. And then you bring in Constantine. Constantine has another attack reduction of 40%, a damage taken reduced by another 10%, and then you go down to a second skill and he has an infantry health bonus of 40%. This is going to be an insanely tanky Garrison. Obviously, you're not going to get too much out of his third or fourth skill, because you will need a shield to proc his fourth skill for the skill damage reduction. You will get the 15,000 heal, and you will it will proc the heal, but you will not get the skill damage reduction unless you have a Soulless coin, which is even better for a Richard Constantine pairing. But if you don't, it's still going to give you a lot of beefiness with all these other stats from Richard and Constantine. I just personally cannot see any rally, even an Alex YSG or a Saladin YSG, dealing with this much healing at one time. I know that if you clear off the field, you'll be able to swarm this thing down given a little bit of time. But with any other Garrison, just like a Wu Richard, you will eventually be able to swarm it down if you clear off the field and have a decent rally on top of it. So I personally don't take that into perspective whenever I'm drawn back from this Garrison, because like I said, any Garrison is going to fall in that position if you're able to, or if you lose the field and you just can't get reinforcements to it. I definitely would say watch out for Richard Constantine. They are going to be pretty crazy for this league, and for what's available to us. There's not enough that's going to be able to deal enough damage and defend against it. And that's pretty much it for all the Garrison pairings. Like I said, I'm going to recap real quick. Wu Richard is statistically going to be the best Garrison for this realm. You can go Wu YSG, you can go Wu Saladin, you can go Wu Charles, you can go Wu Constantine. Saladin, I think, is going to be the second best with a Saladin YSG. I wouldn't use anything else behind Saladin. Again, this is for Garrison. Charles, Richard, Charles YSG would be better. So Charles YSG, Charles Richard, Charles Constantine would be decent, especially if you have a Soulless Lucky coin. Richard Constantine, again, I think is going to be a hidden gem for this Osiris League as a Garrison pair. Richard Charles works. Richard YSG works. YSG, I didn't really talk about him because he's very squishy, but you can go YSG El Cid. You can go YSG Tommy. They are okay Garrisons, but again, it's going to be very squishy. But of course, in this realm, how small the depth is for the commanders, it is a thing that can be used, but it's going to take a lot of archer troops to be able to keep a garrison like this up and running because of how squishy it is. Even if you have the archer gear and you're stacking it for all health or defense, or you're just trying to be as tanky as possible, it is still going to be quite squishy because it's YSG. Anyways, guys, I hope this helps you with thinking about what commanders you're going to be using for your rallies and how you're going to gear up your commanders. And maybe you can leave me a couple comments and let me know what you think will be the best garrison pairings in this realm. And yeah, until next time, I hope you enjoy it, I hope you're having fun, and peace out.